Hello and welcome to 13 Moons Oracle. JC here, coming in with some collective readings for you. Please always go with your own intuition and pray about your readings, that you know that they match and attune into your life. Try to force anything to fit. There is no gender in Oracle or Tarot readings. A lot of my readings are activations. They are portals. They are light language. They are soul frequency. So whenever you're tuning in, they do become timeless. And let's get into your reading today. So the first deck I'm using is the Wisdom of Avalon. Let's see here. Okay. Love. Love, death, reverse position, owl deception, novice beginner. Absolute truth and self-courage, magic, synchronicity in it, and I prayed and consecrated the space before we started. Just looking to have some of zoned out there into the reading, to have some insight for the collective, see what the collective is going through right now. So love and death. Oh, I feel this right now, that 7/7 portal, full moon. Although all these readings are timeless, that is the timeline that I am on right now and in. And man, it was visceral. You could see it. So there is a lot of surrender, loss going on right now for people, but in my experience, whenever the divine asks you to give up something, it is for your best and highest good. Like, it is so beneficial. That divine knows you best. Creator is within you. It's within every cell of your body. So if it's asking you to let something go, then you letting that go is only going to serve your life. And truly, there are only two choices in life. There is love and there is fear. And if you're not choosing love, then you're choosing fear. And what you disown within your system, what you refuse to see about yourself, when you refuse to reflect on how your actions affect others, when you refuse to forgive, because remembering forgiveness is a gift to yourself. It's not saying that what the other person did was okay. It's saying that you're not going to carry around their poison and their wounds and their pain anymore. You're not going to pass that along. It ends with you. You're alchemizing it. You're transmuting it. You're done. And that's what truly forgiveness is, and that's why it's a gift. And I think we forget that. And then the death part, the surrender, it's like allowing whole parts of yourself to just die away so that you can experience even more of yourself fully. Because sometimes we get into habits, ways of talking even, ways of acting, patterns that just end up feeling good for us, and the loop feels good. But it loops so much that after a while it becomes not good for us. And Creator's calling you to more right now. And you might be going through both of this. I feel like I've gone through such extremes of love pouring into me and pouring through me and pouring through my being in the last 2 weeks specifically. So you might be going through this right now. You might have just had a whole heart cracked open awakening, and just love is flooding your vessel right now. And that's another part of a spiritual death or dark night of the soul or transition period that many of you are experiencing right now. It's so alive. You're literally just oozing out love, right? But some of us are oozing out wounds. You, my dear light worker, are most likely surrounded by that right now. I can see it all around you. So you have to also be careful what you're absorbing. In these cycles, you have to give yourself time to rest. Sometimes when massive amounts of love pours through me, I do actually need more rest the following week, and I've been really trying to honor those cycles. And you're just really being called here by the Lady of the Lake, absolute truth, courage, self-respect, responsibility, to be really honest with yourself. Where are you deceiving yourself? because higher wisdom is coming through to show you you're not going to be allowed in this cycle of your life to deceive yourself. You are going to be called back to your innocence, back to your beginner nature, when you're fresh and free of the heaviness of it all, other people's opinions, the data dumps we get now, the scrolling, all the information that's available to us. It's such a beautiful thing. You can teach yourself almost anything nowadays, but you can also just overwhelm yourself too. You can overwhelm yourself into paralysis. So some of you might be experiencing that right now. Yeah, I'm seeing some of you really need like a media, TV, digital detox. I'm probably talking to myself right now too. It's been so interwoven into how we live our lives, and many of us how we make a living, that we really do need to carve out those days and those times where we shut our technology off or remove ourselves from it, and even the Wi-Fi, and just try to, I mean, it's always going to be going around you if you live in a city, but try to take a break from all of that. Spending time in nature is really important here. And you're going to be seeing a lot of crows. So crows are going to be one of your signs, crows and owls. So the crow, you're going to hear the crow cawing. Many of you may resonate to Hecate, and if not, Hecate is working with you right now. You may resonate as being an outcast. You may resonate as being a lone wolf. You may resonate as being a kind of rebel spirit that just kind of does their own thing. And sometimes in that path, we think we're not affecting anybody because we haven't let anybody in, or because we haven't chosen to go into the grain and with everybody else. But you do need to reflect on how your actions affect other people. It's really important now, especially during these times. We're being called back to community. We're being called back to truth and honesty. And how do we build self-respect? Well, it's by doing what we say and saying what we do. So right now, the crow is your sign of alchemization, and Hecate is working with you on that cycle. I feel her strongly, very, very strongly with this group of collective that I'm speaking to. And you're going to start to see a lot of synchronistic events. And I feel like there's a few of you that are going to find this reading right now that are blocked light workers. You're trying to do your light work. You don't really know where to go, what to do. I think there's been some mistakes here that have been made that are burdening you that really need to be forgiven. Really need to rewrite the stories of what's going on and letting any stories that are binding you go. Really truthfully identifying them. Where are you deceiving yourself? Bring in your higher wisdom. Go into your heart. Release your burdens to Creator. Surrender to Creator. I surrender my mind to you. I surrender my thoughts to you. Like if you're having an anxiety flush, or you're having like a moment of heaviness, like surrender it. Creator, take this from me. I don't know what to do with it. It's making me go mad. Right? Let's get some more cards. No, the collective I'm talking to right now, I'm giving you a big hug. I can see you've done so much work and you've come so far. But these last little tests, clarify your vision. Make sure you know where you're going and where you want to be. Trust that you'll get there. You just need a mustard seed of faith. Let's do 4 from here. This is Moonology Manifesting Oracle Cards by Yasmin Boland. Oh, they're so pretty, huh? So Virgo, Sagittarius, Capricorn, Leo. The next 3 full moons are going to be really important to you. And the last quarter moon of this cycle, whatever moon cycle you're in right now, when it gets to the last quarter moon, it's going to be important. Virgo, organization, take inspired action. So I feel like from the reading at the beginning, there's a lot of mess going on around you. There's a lot of swirling, but you're so comfortable in it. Like you've got like you're locked in. You're like, okay, this is where I'm going. This is where I gotta do. This is my next steps. And you're really like having this relationship with yourself right now, with Creator. That's actually really beautiful, and it's really helping you navigate through this. Like this isn't your first. The people I'm talking to, this isn't your first like spiritual death and letting go of process. You're shifting, you're evolving, you're changing. And there's a new interplay in your spiritual experience Whereas like you might have been really like yoga for hours and meditations. Like you might just be doing all of your spiritual practices in a completely different way. It might be more in nature, I'm seeing. It might be more in the experience. So it's like every single moment you're doing, whether it's like sharpening a pencil, it's very mundane, but like sharpening a pencil, you're bringing God into it, and you're just bringing Creator and the Spirit into everything. And it's like more of an integrated level of manifesting and experiencing life. And so that's really beautiful. And plus you're really connected to your higher wisdom. You do have the wisdom card in here too with the Now. Gratitude. Practice gratitude. I feel like you're popping in and out of gratitude, because you're popping in and out of frequencies and vibrations, and you're going through some hard things, but you're like strong enough now to do this. You do need to take a reality check a little bit. Where are you floating, gapping, disillusions? What does this mean? Tell me more about this card. Oh, wow. I see. You've weakened yourself. So you have the Magician here, so you have everything that you need, but your shadow work, you haven't done your shadow work. You're avoiding your shadow work. You want to be all rainbows and sunshine and lights, and you are, but you have some shadows. We came here on this realm, and we incarnated with karma. We incarnated with things in our ancestral line. The shadow work that you do clears your whole ancestral line. And some of it comes up, like it may not have even come from you, but you're there. You might as well just fix it, because you're here and you're doing it and you have the skills to do it. But if you don't own things about yourself, if there's things inside yourself that you stuff down because you're like, oh my God, I would never want anyone to know I ever even thought that. Or like, I like when I get really angry, this is how I deal with things. And if I'm not careful, or like whatever you've shoved down in your behavior to be a really good person or really good girl, like good boy, you need to dig it up and love it. Be like, oh, that's so interesting that you think that. Where did you learn that from? Like, be curious about it and then love it. And then be like, I forgive you. Like, I see you there and I see that you're inside of me, but I'm never going to act on you. You can sit in meditation and explore it in the astral realms and see what it would be like if you did act on it. You have to be really careful with that kind of visualization, though. You have to call in Archangel Michael, you have to call in angels, and if it's a violent shadow aspect that you're working with yourself, you have to really make sure you craft a really strong transmutational capacity or space or bubble to work that in. And if you need help, I do shadow work. There's many other reliable healers that do shadow work, but it's just about claiming all of yourself, and just getting so real with yourself that there are things that you bury deep inside of yourself that you're so ashamed of yourself that if you go back and you claim them, you will be unstoppable. But you gotta claim them in love, forgiveness, purity, divinity. You bring the Holy Spirit there with you. You can even go into the shadow and it's like, I don't even know what to do with this. Holy Spirit, help me. Purify this. You are not the purifier. You are not supposed to come perfect. Okay, so take a reality check. Go wild were the cards that I was checking on. And yeah, the universe is really calling you. It's calling you through the last subconscious blocks that you have going on to fulfilling your purpose, really stepping forth. Because you're going to get a cup of love here. You're going to get an emotional fulfillment. Emotional fulfillment is coming to you, emotional blessings. Everything that you're praying for, you're wanting, is going to be found in these things. Connecting your actions to Creator, practicing gratitude, being really honest with yourself, doing your shadow work, owning all the parts of yourself. Like, leave no part of yourself unclaimed. You are a slave to nothing. This is how you gain your freedom. Your wild divinity, your courage, your strength. Look at the line. I think that's a perfect place to close the reading today. If this reading resonated with you, drop a lion in the emoji. Ooh, there's some roses and well, they remind me of roses, but I think they're peonies. Here, drop some flowers in the comments. See what you're claiming. For some of you, this love is love coming in. Love of your life, romantic partner. But parts of your life are going to have to die to accept that to come in. You're going to have to it's going to be calling you to explore your shadow, to become a better version of yourself for this partnership. And embrace your singleism if this hasn't come in for you yet, because that's also, it's just going to change, right? Some things just will have to change. You might not be alone any longer. And then careful of the stories you're telling yourself. I love you. Have a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this reading. Till the next one, be blessed.